letting go of fear to manifest and stop emotionally reacting. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share with you today my story of how I was able to let go of my fear, to be able to stop emotionally reacting and to manifest successfully. I have lots of clients that come to me with a lot of fear and anxieties that they're holding on to, and I wanted to share with you today how it is possible to let go of this fear, to stop those emotional reactions, and to manifest your desires to you. When we are feeling challenged in particular areas of our life, or all areas of our life, fear will more than likely be present. And fear can be bubbling in the background silently, or it can be in the foreground. And it can make you feel at times, and I know it did for me, like sometimes you're fighting for your life, like you're gripping hold for dear life. The challenge, whatever that is, that we're currently experiencing when we're feeling this fear, that is creating this fearful emotion, is based on a thought, a conscious or unconscious thought. And it is these thoughts that are fueling or feeding the fear. And the bigger the thoughts become, the more fearful we feel. And it can literally feel like your whole body and your mind has been taken over. The thoughts that are fueling the emotion. And that is when things can get out of control and how we start to spiral out of control with this fearful thinking. And it can be more often than not that when we are in this state, this is when we decide it's a good idea to take action. So our mind is literally going in overdrive right now. Our thoughts are out of control, that fear is increasing, the emotions are running at an extreme high level and they're getting stronger. And this is when we choose to emotionally react, which is actually the time when we least want to react. The reason this is not the best time to take action is because we are not thinking at all clearly. And this is what I see in some of my clients when they've been emotionally reacting. And when I used to emotionally react in the past to extreme levels, it was from a place of fear, feeling unsafe, feeling hurt, feeling the need to protect myself no matter what. And again, this is what I see in some of my clients today. So the thing about emotionally reacting or taking action when we're in this particular state is that when we're doing this from a place when we have a lack of clarity, we are unable to think clearly, and it can only lead to one thing, and that is more suffering. And it's not necessarily on the person or the situation that you're taking action upon, but more on you. After the clarity, after you get that clarity, you will then get the remorse and the regret for how you have may said something or how you may have acted. Now, this isn't to say that the person didn't do something to hurt you or the situation wasn't fearful, but it is to say that you will come off worse. You will see that when you're in this state, your interpretation can actually be the opposite. It can be a misinterpretation. It could be that even though at the time it feels really true and really, really real to you, it actually isn't. Again, this depends on the situation, but we find ourselves kind of jumping in full steam ahead based on the thoughts that we're fueling, the emotions that are taking us over. And we literally aren't able to stop to think clearly at all. And in my experience, in the past when I emotionally reacted, I was always the one that came off worse. I felt dreadful, sometimes even for days. I didn't want to see or speak to anybody. It didn't matter what the other person had done, how bad they'd treated me. By me emotionally reacting, I'm giving that person my power, you see. I'm giving them the power to say that what I think they think about me matters more than what I think about myself. What I think and feel about myself is less than what they think about me. And in these events, when I did emotionally react, whether that was to the cruel behaviors of my family members, or if I emotionally reacted internally, you know, by hiding away, feeling low and depressed about myself, based on what someone had said or someone had done to me, these people that had downright hurt me, they didn't really care. I'm sure they still don't. And yes, I know that that's my assumption. But because I reacted, I came off worse. And in their eyes, it was like, well, there she goes. I told you so. It was horrible. I never got a sorry from those people or an apology. The fear that I felt that I needed to protect myself was real. It was really real, but it didn't get me anywhere. And I just ended up hurting myself more and more and more, and actually thinking awful things about myself that really weren't true, and all because I had reacted. So how can we stop emotionally reacting? And this is exactly what I did. And now, because of the work that I have done and continue without fail to do on a daily basis on myself, I will not allow anyone else to take my power again. So the first thing that I did, I started to create awareness of how I was feeling. So you can start with journaling this throughout your day, or you could set a timer or something in your calendar, a reminder throughout your day, to just give you that kind of check-in to see, you know, how you are feeling at that particular time. And, you know, this really does start to grow your awareness of what emotions you are currently experiencing. And it starts to create that awareness. The second thing that I did was, well, when you start to feel the fear build up, when I started to feel the fear build up and I started to feel like it was getting stronger, before it actually fully took over me, I would take myself out of the situation. And that could be literally going for a walk, a run, you know, I would move into another room, I would distract myself, I would just take myself away. I could call a friend, a trusted friend, but stepping away, taking some deep breaths, giving myself time to calm down naturally, you know. And something that I would do, which I find still really powerful, is I'll put my hands across my heart, and I would close my eyes and tell myself, I am safe, I am secure, I am guided, I am protected, I am loved. And I would repeat this over and over again with my eyes closed until I felt that feeling disappear. The third thing that I would do was, when I'd been able to calm down, and I would either do this with pen and paper or just do it internally, silently in my mind, I would give myself some really gentle affirmations or statements to say about myself that I knew were true. Anything too bold here, like a real full-on I am affirmation, may be too much and it won't sink in. So we want it to be nice and gentle. So something like, I intend to feel in control. I intend to feel good about myself. I intend to know I am a wonderful person. I intend to know that I'm enough. I intend to know that I am loved. I intend to know that I'm doing the best that I can. I intend to know that I'm a kind and compassionate person. You know, I intend to feel loved. And one I would say that worked really well for me, it's a Wayne Dyer quote, actually. In one situation, actually, when I was being heavily put down and I could feel the fear and the hurt rising, in this particular situation, I can feel it now, not the fear, but I would repeatedly, silently in my head, while this person was kind of putting me down, I'd say, I matter more than the good opinion of others. What I think about me matters more than the good opinion of others. I would repeat this, and it really helped drown out what was actually happening and the words that were coming to me from this other person. But also those feelings, the fear and the hurt, reduced significantly. In fact, I got used to being able to say lovely things about myself whilst I was being put down, which stopped any of the impact of what was actually happening. It stopped it from penetrating into me. And that's basically how I was able to control my fear. Bringing myself and keeping myself in the present moment takes practice. And it is the awareness of how you are feeling that will help you with your practice. And the more you can practice this using the variety of steps that I've given you, the less those negative thoughts will spiral and take hold of you. And in turn, those emotions will not be able to take over you. And you will be left feeling in control, more in control. Understanding why that fear is there in the first place by facing it, understanding what you need to learn about yourself to grow, is also incredibly empowering. And in my case, I needed to know that I was enough, that no matter what, I was enough. I needed to learn to love myself and to accept myself and to value and respect myself fundamentally, and that how other people treated me was about them and it was not about me. And the only reason why I took that belief on to think it was about me was because it was based on my old stories and my old dominant beliefs about myself of not feeling good enough or lovable or respected or valued. So if you are struggling with this, my 6-week breakthrough program to your dream life or my ultimate transformation program are incredibly empowering and absolutely life-changing, and they will give you the understanding as to why this is happening. And with that understanding, we will then be able to transform your self-concept and therefore your life. So if you would like to find out more about those programs, you can click the link below, or you can email me at natalie@asthepenniesdrop.com. And currently until the 6th of March, I have a sale on, so you can get them at a discount too. So that's it from me today, guys. I want you to know that, you know, if you are going through this experience of emotionally reacting, when you know it is not the time to do it, or this fear is just taken over you and you're struggling to control that, then just know it's possible to change. I promise you. I used to emotionally react, and I will now not react to these people that think it's okay to be cruel. I will never react to that, because I know that I matter more than the good opinion of others, and what I think about me matters more than the good opinion of others, and I will never allow somebody else to take my power. It's their stuff. It's not mine to take on. That's it from me today. Love you loads, guys. Take care, and I will be back very soon.